Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like people are picking up so many things just from being in water, and it's water in general. I showed you the story of a woman that got in a hot tub and she ended up with a really bad infection, almost lost her leg, and all of the flesh eating bacteria that's going on. And by the way, this story came from Clinton X, one of my supporters on Patreon. And, this just blows me away. All these people keep getting in the water and they come out with something that's very deadly that ultimately can end their life. So, a man dies from rare brain eating amoeba after swimming in North Carolina lake. I think people are so used to believing when they see a body of water, it's safe for them to be in. And this thing is dangerous. Once this gets into your brain, it actually swells your brain up. And then, of course, eventually you die from this. And it happens very quickly, just like the flesh eating bacteria. This is also something that happens pretty fast. And most of the time, when people get it, it goes in through their nasal passage. So, a North Carolina man died from a rare brain eating amoeba infection after swimming in a lake at a local water park, according to news reports. The 59-year-old man became ill after visiting Fantasy Lake Water Park, a man made lake in Cumberland County, on July 12th, according to the New York Times. The man tested positive for Naegleria fowleri, a single cell organism that's naturally found in warm, fresh water, such as lakes and rivers. The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services said in a statement, in the U.S., most infections occur in southern states, particularly during the summer months after it has been hot for prolonged periods, which raises the water temperature. Yeah, NCDHH said, yeah, they're right. Because if you notice, all of these infections, and it's been very hot. Y'all know this. Damn near nationwide, it's been baking out here. And we're in the second day of the heat wave. We hit 92 yesterday. So we're going to be in the 90s all the way up until Wednesday. So we're going through another heat wave. And this is exactly why people are going into the water. It may sound like a good idea to get in the water on a warm day, but see, the water temperature is very warm. It's not just the atmosphere that's warm, that water is warm. And once it's warm, you have all kinds of organisms and infections, and not to mention, you have a huge meltdown in the Arctic. And they said, in an article that I did probably back in June, they fear all kinds of infections will occur on this earth once those glaciers start melting, because they actually hold a lot of diseases that occurred on this earth or inside those glaciers. So when they start melting, that means all of that stuff is going to be unleashed on the earth. And you're going to hear more and more people getting all kinds of diseases that you might have even thought was eradicated. They don't really eradicate no diseases, y'all. They always talk that crap, but it is, they don't really eradicate anything. It's just garbage talk. Swallowing Naegleria fowleri in water will not cause an infection, but if the water containing this amoeba goes up the nose, the organism can enter the brain and be fatal. The amoeba destroys brain tissue, which results in brain swelling and usually death, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Still, infections are rarely, extremely rare. So they said they have discovered this thing back in 1962 to 2018. There's been 145 cases of this, but the illness is highly fatal. Has a high fatality rate. Of the 145 cases, just 4 people survive. Wow. And I have to wonder, what shape are those 4 people in that bounce back? I just have to wonder, are these people, it makes me believe that they bounce back, but they were never the same. That's just my opinion. I don't believe these people bounced back and they were up living life like they did before. I don't believe that. They probably had all kinds of neurological damage when they did recover from it. Our sympathies are with the family and loved ones. Epidemiologist Dr. Zach Moore said in a statement, people should be aware that this organism is present in warm, freshwater lakes, rivers, and hot springs across North Carolina. So be mindful as you swim or enjoy water sports. That's scary. There is no rapid test for Naegleria fowleri in water. Identifying the organism can take weeks. Wow. Okay. If that takes weeks, then you're looking at a person, and for a while, you don't know what's wrong with them or where they got it from. Wow. You know, but these folks try to tell you they're advanced. If you It takes weeks for you to test water and figure out what is in the water, that don't sound advanced to me. That sounds slow. This means that people who go swimming in warm, fresh water should assume that there is a low risk of infection, the CDC says. If you choose to go swimming in warm, fresh water, you can try to avoid having water go up your nose by holding your nose closed, using nose clips, and keeping your head above water, the CDC says. My thing is, why take the chance, y'all? I'm serious. Is it worth it? Is swimming in that water worth your life? Is it really worth that much? Okay, so people can also lower their risk by avoiding swimming in warm, fresh water during periods of particularly high water temperatures and low water levels. The NCDHH said, wow. In 2016, an 18-year-old woman from Ohio died. So she died from the same amoeba getting into her brains. And she was she went white water rafting in North Carolina. Wow. You know, Y'all, maybe there's a reason why this mainly occurs in the South. Wow. I think things are just getting real. I got another story that I'm going to be doing a little later of an infestation in Las Vegas. Some of you might have seen that story, but they've been invaded by some pest. So please tell me what you think. This is scary that something like this can even occur in the first place. It's even scarier that very few people survive. It is almost a certain death if you get this brain eating amoeba. Out of 145 people, only 4 people survived. That's it. That's it. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.